What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and we do this live show every single week at the exact same time. I believe this is the 5th week in a row we've gone live, maybe even 6th, and it's so nice to talk to you guys about the latest Patriots news and rumors and just really touch base on what's going around the New England Patriots. Let's be honest, this offseason is kind of hectic already. We know Mike Vrabel recently extended Jeremiah Farms. We know they cut Chuck Okorafor, but now we're starting to get into the nitty-gritty of trade rumors and even NFL draft trade rumors, which we'll talk about here on this show. So let me go on ahead and ask you guys a question to kick us off here on this live stream with 52 people watching. Who was the best player on the Patriots this year? Because of the recent contract extension from Jeremiah Farms, I'm starting to wonder if Mike Vrabel saw other players last season and thought, hey, maybe I would like to sign them through 2027, 2028. Just get that ball rolling. So let me know who you guys think the best player on the Patriots was this year. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say Drake May. I am going to go with Austin Hooper. That was my favorite pickup from this last offseason. Was he technically the best player in terms of box score? No, but I think he was the best addition in terms of run blocking, in terms of pass catching, and in an offense that really didn't have any superstar. I thought Austin Hooper was a reliable target for Drake May in his first year. I got the milkman in here. Ben Smith, A.I. Henderson, Dyshawn in here. Hanton Valdez, Ruin, May Prods is in here as well, and Nicholas saying the 49ers, Ward 49ers, should we get him? We're going to talk more about additions to the Patriots roster a little bit later. Aaron is in here saying, what's up? Bruce is saying Gonzo was his favorite player this year. Christopher Domingo, what's going on, Christopher? We will be live later today on Celtics Today. I hope to see you there, Christopher Domingo. We'll actually be live probably 45 minutes after this show ends. So Allie's going to be talking for quite some time today. We got 60 people in this chat here as we just went live probably 3 minutes ago. Producer Jack is here on the ones and twos. Normally we've got Lopez or Tex, but now we finally have the real Boston fan. By real, I mean, what are you, a trifecta? The Patriots, the Red Sox, the Bruins, and the Celtics?
All of them.
All of them. I mean, this is the real Patriot. I feel like I can't call myself a real Boston fan because I only have 2 of the 3. I've got the Celtics and the Patriots, but I don't have the Red Sox. Sorry about it. I'll always be a Yankees fan.
I will say, I'm a Bruins fan when they're in the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
Because I'm not a hockey guy. But the other 3, that's me. That's me.
I feel like I would have to go Dallas Stars just because it's really the only professional hockey game that I've been to. But I grew up in Virginia, so hockey wasn't a thing where we're from. So I guess I'm more of a bandwagon fan for hockey, I would say. But no, Jack is here. Jack is getting ready to kick off. He has kicked off.
Happy Pitchers and Catchers Day, everybody.
Today's Pitchers and Catchers report
Pitchers and Catchers reported today. Happy Pitchers and Catchers Day, guys.
It's baseball season
It's happening.
again.
It's happening.
It's literally the football season, the Super Bowl, and then Pitchers and Catchers report.
Pitchers and Catchers, the first Pitchers and Catchers. The Cubs technically reported on Sunday.
Why?
So on Super Bowl Sunday, I don't know.
Are you trying to be better than us?
Well, they do, and I'd have to look at the schedule, I don't remember. They are playing the Dodgers in Japan to start the season.
Oh, one of the early preseason.
I don't know if that has anything to do with them starting like 2 days early.
Probably, maybe,
but
yeah.
Probably.
I would say so, too.
Yeah.
Because the Celtics had to do that as well. They had the shortest offseason because they were in the NBA Finals, and then they had the early preseason games in Abu Dhabi, so it makes sense. But now that we've got 62 people in here, we got 20 likes. I'm getting a couple more familiar names filtering into the chat. Christopher Flores saying Drake May was his favorite player so far this year. The Milkman said that Gibson was actually his personal favorite. That's kind of why I went with an Austin Hooper type of player. Yes, we can go with Christian Gonzalez. We can go with Drake May. But really made an impact every single week. That's why I liked Hooper. Al Henderson. Vrabel going to get us back to winning football games. Carmen's is in here saying, don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate that. Paul King saying, hi, Patriots fans. Martina is saying, I think Saquon Barkley. He didn't play for the Patriots this past year. I would have loved that. Holy cow. G is in here. Drake and Joe are my favorite to watch for sure, along with Gonzo as well. Let's go ahead and see if we get to 30 likes here. Get that 50% like to viewer ratio. Let's see if we have 67 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes, and I'll ask you guys our next question as we do have our warm-up here before we head into 3 segments today. We will talk a little bit about some free agent targets at a position that we direly need. Number 2, talk a little bit more about the NFL draft. Number 3, we're going to go back to the mailbag. Didn't do one last week. One to just really talk about free agency as a whole. So we will have plenty of time to answer your questions on the back half of today's live stream as we are 4 likes away.
It is pretty
230.
Pretty disgusting that we're not at 30
It
likes.
is
I'm going to be honest.
It is honest. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you to see this right now, Jack. But it does make up for it. Double S, my moderator, one of the best moderators in the game, saying hit that like button and super chats are open, everybody. Appreciate you, Double S, for getting the super chat started. As always, if you guys want your question automatically answered in our mailbag, send in a super chat and use hashtag Patriots. Looks like Double S is just in here for the hell of it. Appreciate you, my guy. Always getting us ready to go. And look at that. We had 31 likes. Let me ask you guys this question here. Should the Patriots trade their first pick? Pick number 4 overall, but their first pick in the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. I'm going to talk about that in our second segment about what the Patriots could do if they end up trading away their first pick, but wanted to kind of get a gauge from you guys right off the bat. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Why you guys are typing Y for yes, N for no. Let's give Double S a little extra love in the comment section down below. Just go on ahead and spam your double S's in the chat if you guys haven't already. $10 super chat getting us started here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. And reminding you guys, hit the like button, and super chats are always open. I look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson right now with this freaking gold chain and black turtleneck. I need the fanny pack on here. I gotta do that like that pose. I think I'm on the wrong side here. I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. That's the right one? I am The Rock. John Boy, trade it only if Abdul Carter is gone. Trade back and get Tetaroa an additional picks. I actually don't mind that. G and Ruan putting double S in here. Appreciate that. Juco Main is going to say no to trading the pick. MP Sports Talk, no as well. The Milkman saying no. Paul King, Nicholas, Christopher Flores, Aaron. So I've gotten 0 yeses about trading away the first pick for the Patriots so far. I got Aura in here saying full send for Parsons. I fully believe Micah Parsons is a Commander this year. I really do. I think with Dan Quinn being Commander's head coach, I think they're going to go full in for Micah Parsons, which would actually be pretty electric. John Boyd, G saying pretty accurate, Allie. I do The Rock. This is me. This is me for Halloween. It's an easy Halloween costume. Sam saying no way. Ryan saying depends on how 1 through 3 goes. Yes, if Hunter is gone. No, if Hunter is not gone. Hoping Carter goes 1. Martine, I think the Patriots will sign Saquon Barkley. Probably not. Actually, not probably. No, that's not going to happen, but that would be electric. I mean, he was damn near almost a Super Bowl MVP this year, which actually Josh Sweat came out and said that he thought he should have gotten that Super Bowl MVP, which I think is, he had a great game, yeah, but, I mean, Jalen Hurts, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? All right, 70 people in the chat here. So we're going to do our first segment, then our second segment. The third segment on today's live show is going to be a mailbag. Use hashtag Patriots in the comment section down below or super chat. This is how producer Jack can filter out those questions, put them on our mailbag, but you have to use Patriots, not just Patriot, Patriots. Go on ahead, put your questions, anything. Draft, free agency, Mike Vrabel, current players, former players, future players. Go on ahead and ask me any question about the Patriots that you guys want answered on our mailbag. And the good news is that Chat Sports here looks like we're getting a little extra coverage later this year on the Red Sox by our very own Jack Lotteray. So if you guys have baseball questions, well, this Red Sox channel is getting geared up, Jack.
Yeah, we just rolled it out today. I've been talking to the bosses about it for, feels like forever now. I'm going to be covering the Red Sox this year for Chat Sports, which is going to be very exciting. Pitchers and catchers reported today. A lot of rumors around Alex Bregman, Nolan Arenado, Garrett Crochet extension. A lot is going on, and we are going to cover it here at Chat Sports. Our first baseball channel here at Chat Sports. We technically have a Yankee channel, but we don't do much with it. But I'm going to be covering the Red Sox. And help a brother out. We started the Instagram today at the Red Sox Rundown. I've put the link in the chat right now. If you go follow that, I already have a short up from Alex Cora and Craig Breslow's comments from yesterday. Go follow that, and then we are starting an actual channel within the next week or so. And Allie, we got a lot of plans.
Yeah, we do.
And we're talking watch parties.
I mean,
a lot of watch parties.
You went live for the World Series.
All 5 games.
And you gained how many viewers? I mean,
I think over 1 million over the 5 games span.
Like, imagine if there was a YouTube channel where 1 million baseball fans could come together and talk about the sport live with a host. I mean, how much fun does that sound?
I mean, we had a lot of fun during the World Series. We had a lot of fun. So I already got 1 follow from Chris.
Is Chris in the chat?
Are you in the chat,
Christopher Flores?
Not my mom. Chris LaPlante.
Chris LaPlante. I've heard that name before on this show. Maybe he's just watching in the dark.
If you're a Red Sox fan, which I know a lot of you probably are, follow the IG.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. We're trying to grow it from the ground up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Tell you what, in between each segment, I'm going to check back in with Jack Lotteray, and I'm going to see if he will do a shout-out for new followers on his Instagram in between each segment. So go follow the Instagram. That link is in the comment section right now. We'll check back in with Jack probably 3 more times this stream to see Juco Maine. Oh, that's right.
Juco Maine.
I knew I've heard that name before. Juco Maine is Chris LaPlante. That's right. We'll check back in and see how the followers are going on Jack and Chat Sports' new channel. On today's live stream, we're going to be talking about some top free agent cornerbacks. We really haven't discussed how Christian Gonzalez needs a number 2. Really heard of in some games this year with the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins, a lot of teams that have 2 super studded wide receivers. So we're going to talk a little bit about 4 options that we could possibly sign this offseason to give Christian Gonzalez a little bit more veteranship in the locker room. Number 2, the 4th pick trade. We're going to talk about who the Patriots could get, not so much in the NFL draft, but outside of the NFL draft, if they do give away their 4th pick and what they could receive. Segment number 3 is going to be a mailbag. I saw 1 question already talking about Ryan Tannehill. That could be a really good conversation to have in our mailbag. Be sure to use hashtag Patriots throughout the show. We have 2 segments to get through before we hit that mailbag, so feel free to put your questions in anytime, especially after we get through our first 2. And we head into that mailbag. And if you guys are ready to get started with segment number 1, we are 15 minutes in this live show. 75 people watching. 35 people have liked the video so far. Let's go on ahead and hop into our first show on this live show once again. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, super chat while we are talking about our first segment. And that is top free agent cornerbacks. Mr. Jack, I am ready. Let's get into it. There is no secret. The Patriots need to get Christian Gonzalez some help. When we would play teams that had not just 1, but 2 superstar wide receivers, we got cooked a lot in the passing game, a.k.a. going up against somebody like Garrett Wilson, and also having another wide receiver that Aaron Rodgers is very familiar with. And then you go play the Miami Dolphins and Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Christian Gonzalez's only flaw is that there isn't 2 of them. So can the Patriots possibly sign a cornerback free agent that can give Christian Gonzalez some help? We're going to talk about that on today's show. Before we hop into that, let me ask this question, wide open. Who would be a good pair with Gonzo? Any name right now in the NFL, just go on ahead, put it down low, and we can talk a little bit later about whether or not that's feasible to actually get them, because I've got 4 players in my mind right now that I think could absolutely bolster this secondary. let's go on ahead and talk a little bit about the cornerbacks that are currently on the Patriots roster and where we see them moving forward. Jonathan Jones, who really is the only relevant other cornerback that helped out Gonzo this year. Well, he's set to enter free agency. He's also 32 years old. Yeah, I want a veteran in the locker room, but that might be a little bit too old for my liking. Marcus Jones, I thought he did well as a backup this year. He's in a final year of his rookie contract. Isaiah Bolden, a name, again, that we didn't hear as much as I probably wanted to this last season. He's signed through 2025. Alex Austin needs to be re-signed. I think he is the closest you have to the similar skill set that Christian Gonzalez is able to provide in the secondary. And then Marcellus Dial, obviously the rookie this past season, the lone defender we drafted in 2024. We have him signed through 2027. The reason why you want to compliment Christian Gonzalez's skills is because what he did, it was just absolutely uncanny this year. 21 receptions allowed on 54 targets. He only allowed 273 yards this season. That is lockdown Gonzo Island like I have never seen before. 9 pass breakups and 2 interceptions, which one of those ended up being a pick six. This obviously led him to be a second-team All-Pro. I thought he should have been first team. I thought he should have been Pro Bowl. But Gonzo has his sights set on something else. And because Christian Gonzalez is so good, he's able to lock down Garrett Wilson's, Jamar Chase's, Tyler Lockett's, Tyreek Hill's. But what about wide receiver 2s and wide receiver 3s? This is where the Patriots really struggled. There is no number 2 cornerback that even compares remotely to what Christian Gonzalez is distributing game in and game out. I asked you guys, who was your favorite player to watch in the Patriots defense this year? 99% of you said Christian Gonzalez. Why don't we get him some help? Here is free agent candidate number 1. You know him. You probably hate him because he is a New York Jet. DJ Reed. He has done wonders for the Jets in the last couple of seasons, but this is a division rival. So to get DJ Reed to sign with the Patriots may take a little extra pursuing from Elliott Wolf, Robert Kraft, and Mike Vrabel. But I do like that he's 27, 28 years old. Because Christian Gonzalez only is in his second year in the NFL, having a veteran next to him in the backfield is going to help that communication and going to help develop Gonzo's skills even further, which I can't even imagine him getting actually better year in and year out. And no, the only flaw that I would say DJ Reed has had the last couple of seasons is that he doesn't overwhelm me in the interception category. Hell, he went through 2024 without an interception. But I like that he's at least a headhunter. 11 pass breakups, 9, 12, 10. So he at least can work side by side with a guy like Gonzo and maybe even lead that to a double coverage, and maybe Gonzo can pick him off. But another stat that I think would pair perfectly with a guy like Christian Gonzalez that only allowed 21 receptions on 54 targets this year is that DJ Reed allowed 2 or fewer receptions when he was in coverage 8 times in 14 games. 2 receptions or less 8 times this last season. You pair that with Christian Gonzalez, who literally allows about 1 reception a game. This passing game is going to be locked down for the Patriots defense moving forward. And in terms of free agents in the cornerback position, it really doesn't get that much better from DJ Reed. He's ranked 25th overall cornerbacks by PFF this last season, 17th in 2023, 20th in 2022. So we're seeing consistency throughout the years. Like I said, maybe he's not the best cornerback to grab an interception, but at least he's playing that man-to-man coverage. And having that secondary, if you can't draft a Travis Hunter, if he decides to stay as a wide receiver in the NFL, I think DJ Reed would be a great second option to provide one of the scariest lockdown secondaries in the NFL. Gonzo already put his name on the map, but if he can get a guy that's already established himself in the NFL like DJ Reed, I think that would be detrimental. So my question for you guys here, it's pretty simple. Should the Patriots sign DJ Reed? Type S for sign, type P for pass. Let me know what you guys think. I do have 3 more Patriots free agent targets in the cornerback position coming up here. But first, I do just want to go on ahead and tell you guys really quick about this fantastic deal going around. Ladies, if you're watching this show, my man loves polos. He golfs. Whenever we got to dinner, this is his nice attire. And I think this polo would look fantastic on anybody, whether it's going to be your dad, your boyfriend, your husband, any sorts. Right now, 45% off on Fanatics. You guys can rep this even at tailgates outside of Gillette Stadium later this year. If you guys are looking for a polo as the weather starts to warm up in the next couple of months, go on ahead and use our promo code chatsports.com/PatsPolo. That's the link that's going to get you guys to this polo, and then be sure to use this coupon, use this code, get yourself 45% off on this Patriots polo. They also have it in navy blue as well. So go on ahead. We will link this under this video in the comment section. Easy way for you guys to click that link and go snag this nice polo. Number 2, Carlton Davis, formerly playing with the Detroit Lions. Don't really see him sticking with the Lions here. I've actually seen a couple of rumors where the Jets and the Lions switch. Davis goes to the Jets, DJ Reed goes to the Lions, but why can't New England wiggle their way in there? We have $130 million in cap space. Carlton Davis had similar statistics to DJ Reed. So if you swing and miss on Reed, why not try picking up the phone and finding Carlton Davis? I know what you're thinking, Allie. The Detroit Lions secondary really wasn't that good. And I do agree with you, but Davis was the exception. 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 11 pass breakups, the exact same as DJ Reed, except he had more tackles, and he had 2 more interceptions than DJ Reed did this last year. More TFLs and more forced fumbles. He had a hell of a year playing for what I thought was going to be the Super Bowl champions in the Detroit Lions. The only thing is that he did all of that in a shortened season. He broke his jaw in Week 15. Not a normal injury. So yes, while you may be thinking, oh, well, he was injured for the year, this isn't really an injury where you have to worry about him like re-tearing like an ACL. A broken jaw is kind of a fluke, in my opinion. And obviously the rehab to get him back may take a while because I don't actually know what that looks like. But I know that you don't have to worry about injury history so much with a guy like Davis. But you do have to worry about your salary cap because Spotrac is estimating that he will be signed, whatever team he goes to next, 3 years for $41 million. That is a hefty price for a cornerback that is towards the back of his 20s. I think it's worth it because I think he didn't make any moves last year in free agency. Nada, zip, none that actually made me really excited to watch the Patriots. So I think Elliott Wolf should open the checkbook and say, Mike Vrabel, have fun. But is it necessary? You guys may think this whole video isn't even necessary because you have faith in re-signing Jonathan Jones or Marcellus Dial or Alex Austin. I personally think you need a veteran in the backfield. That's just me. The Patriots need another cornerback. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know in the comment section down below. Another option here is going to be Tarvarius Ward as your cornerback in the backfield with Christian Gonzalez. What you should know here about Ward, currently playing for the 49ers, one thing that I feel that Mike Vrabel is going to be more attracted to a guy like Ward is because of his physical playing style. If there is one thing I have heard Mike Vrabel say time and time again is that he wants hard-nosed, smash-mouth, physical guys. And Ward fits that description. Not to mention, because the Patriots only had Christian Gonzalez, it wasn't as much man coverage as I wanted to because you had to play zone because there was nobody to replicate somebody like Gonzo. Having a guy like Ward will up your man-to-man coverage moving forward. And he is still 28. He's played with 3 different NFL teams throughout his tenure, but this season wasn't necessarily his best, and that's okay. He only played 12 games, did deal with a little bit of injury here, but look at the 2023 stats. 23 pass breakups. Holy shit. 5 interceptions. I mean, the guy put in work. Just because it was cut a little bit short here with that injury doesn't mean you should write him off. I think a 28-year-old would be perfect to give Gonzo the experience that he needs. And if not, my last signee for free agency that I think the Patriots should at least call on is Adoree Jackson. You know the name. He's played in the league for quite some time. And with a guy like Jackson, here are some things that you should probably know about the veteran in the NFL. Number one, he's got a pretty good size here, about 6 feet, 185 pounds. Last year, didn't have the greatest season, 28 tackles, 5 pass breakups, and 0 interceptions. Definitely not in terms of what we have seen in your DJ Reeds and your Wards, but he does have a little bit of injury history here. That is something you have to monitor moving forward. But with a guy like Adoree Jackson, you know that he has played with Mike Vrabel before. He played for the Tennessee Titans, so maybe you can pick up the phone and say, hey, if you want to come back and play for me, maybe we'll have a position open for you. The only thing with Adoree Jackson is I don't think he mimics Christian Gonzalez's playing style like a DJ Reed does. I think this is kind of a step down. I personally would rather see Alex Austin or Marcellus Dial pop off in the next season than have an Adoree Jackson. But overall, it could add a little bit more depth nonetheless. Those are 4 options for you guys, and for Mike Vrabel to consider signing in free agency. Who do you like best? Type DJ for DJ Reed. Type CD for Carlton Davis. Type CW, a lot of C's in here, for Ward, and AJ for Jackson. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, the Patriots make a move. We make a video. Help us grow this channel, 22,000 subscribers. I hope you're one of them. Go on ahead and hit that sub button for me. First segment is done. How do we feel? Do the Patriots need another CB? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Kevin O'Malley saying only guys under 30. I do agree. John Boy. Good question in there. See if we got any other good questions for our mailbag. We have one more segment before we do hit that mailbag, so be sure to put your questions in here. Christopher Flores, a lot of you guys saying yes. So it's not just me that thinks, hey, if you really want to bolster this defense, you can start with a 3-4 front. But if you've already got an all-pro in your backfield, why not add on to that passing defense? A lot of you guys saying yes. Got a lot of Wards in there. See a DJ Reed in there as well. So it looks like we're going to have, hopefully, the pick of the litter coming forward. Before we do hop into segment number 2, it's time to check in with Jack Latteray, who is the host and primary founder of the Red Sox Rundown.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah. We are covering the Red Sox this year. We're dipping our toes into baseball. So if you're a Red Sox fan, we got 123 people watching. If you love the Red Sox, even if you don't love the Red Sox, you should go follow the Red Sox Rundown on IG. We're also going to have a channel starting up here in the next week. With spring training starting, we're going to have all the coverage. I already did a short today on Alex Cora and Craig Breslow's comments yesterday. So don't miss out. I'm going to be going hard in the paint when it comes to doing Red Sox content. We got 2 shout-outs. Chris LaPlante, who is JUCO Maine.
JUCO Maine.
Shout out to you. And Michelle Pelton.
Heck yeah, Michelle. She's a real one here.
Let's go.
On Patriots Today and on Celtics Day. We appreciate that. Guys, look, take it from me. Anybody who has subscribed to this channel knows I am not a Red Sox fan, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I am a Yankees fan,
Boo.
And I gave the Red Sox Rundown a follow this morning.
Yes,
if my
you did.
dad finds out that I followed a Red Sox page, I might not be invited to Thanksgiving, but it's worth it.
She was one of the first.
If there is anybody that I listen to 2 things about, baseball and movies, it is Jack Latteray. So follow his content. This man is lickety split on it, let me tell you.
We're going to be covering the Sox. They are my team. They are my team more than the Patriots, more than the Celtics. I love the Red Sox. They're in my blood. So
are they going to be good this year?
There's potential. No. I mean, look, there's on paper they
Right.
can. On paper they can compete for. On paper, they can compete for a wild card spot. I would like for them to go after a right-handed bat. We're talking about Nolan Arenado. We're talking about Alex Bregman. There are things they can do. But their biggest need this offseason was the rotation.
Okay.
And they did that. Traded for Garrett Crochet, who's got the potential to be the next Tarek Skubal. Brought in Walker Buehler on a 1-year deal, who has got that dog in him. So I'm excited about the Red Sox this year.
I mean, hey, the Patriots get that one wide receiver. We're back in playoff
We're
contention.
so back.
We're so back.
We're so back. Yeah, so I'm going to be boots on the ground at opening day. The Sox are here in Texas. So I'm going to be at the first 3 games of the season for the Red Sox, reporting on the ground, boots on the ground. And then at some point this summer, I'm also going to be going to Boston as well. So I'll be boots on the ground at Fenway as well at some point this summer. So if you could hit that follow. My sister just followed on both of her accounts.
We're
at 19. We're at 19 followers.
We have 114 people watching.
Can we get to like 25? If we get to 25, I'll do a bonus short tonight. I wasn't going to. I was going to do a short tomorrow morning. If we get to 25 followers, I'll do a bonus short on that page tonight.
Amazing.
All right.
Hit that follow button for me. We're going to check back in with Jack before our mailbag segment. Speaking of mailbag, Justin, great question for our mailbag. If you guys haven't already, use hashtag Patriots in the comment section. That way, producer Jack can filter in those questions, put them up on screen. Or if you want your question automatically answered, it's dire ASAP. Super chat, hashtag Patriots. All right, 116 people in here, 50 likes so far. What do you say we go on ahead and hop into segment number 2, which is talking about trading the 4th pick for a bona fide superstar in the NFL right now. There are a couple of teams that would love to have that 4th pick, while the Patriots would also love to be in that 4th selection spot. It's not a pressing need for the Patriots this year like it was last year to go on ahead and get somebody like Drake May. So we're going to talk about our options and what that'll look like. Mr. Jack, are you ready? Let's go on ahead and get into it. Could the Patriots possibly trade their 4th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft? Obviously, in the first round, the Patriots could have maybe had that 1st pick, but we beat the Bills in Week 18, so now we fell to number 4. And I've had a lot of people in here saying, draft Abdul Carter. We need Abdul Carter. What about Travis Hunter? Draft Travis Hunter. But what if they traded the 4th overall pick? What could the Patriots get? We're going to break that down here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. If you guys are excited for the 2025 NFL Draft, like this video. I don't know math, and I don't even know exactly the date of the draft, but I think we're like 2 months away. So if you guys are ready to talk more NFL Draft coverage, you found the right spot. Hit that like button, and let me just refresh your memories here, all right? Here is the 2025 NFL Draft order. Number 1, the Tennessee Titans. Number 2, the Cleveland Browns. Number 3, the New York Giants. Those are all 3 teams that need a quarterback. Patriots? Couldn't be us. Couldn't be me. Jacksonville Jaguars. Las Vegas Raiders, another team that we'll talk about here because they need a quarterback. The New York Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, Chicago Bears don't need a quarterback. But do they need something else to help their rebuild? Well, let's talk a little bit from Albert Breer. Here is what he is speculating the Patriots could do with the 4th pick. I think every team in the top 5 will at least look at the idea of trading down with a dearth? I don't know that word. Of top-end players available. Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter are, for a lot of folks, the only 2 real blue-chip players. And a shaky quarterback group in this class, of course, those elements could make it tough to find teams willing to trade up. So because the Patriots are dead smack right there at number 4, could they possibly inch their way down to number 6, number 10, number 18? If that means they could trade for a bona fide NFL superstar right now, what would that look like? Is it worth it? Let's break it down. DJ Moore. You love him. He's probably on your fantasy team. He was the top target for Caleb Williams this last season for the Chicago Bears. He doesn't really disappoint, and he's got enough veteran experience that he can come in and make Drake May a superstar. Even more of a superstar, I guess I should say. What you should know, Chicago Bears are drafting 10th overall. So the Patriots traded their 4th round draft, their 4th pick in the draft. They would now pick at number 10. You could still get a lot of talent with that number 10 pick. Moore is not readily available for a trade. This is definitely going to have to be a phone call that may take some convincing and may even make the Bears have the upper hand and say, you know what, we even want more than your 4th pick in the draft. So have to keep in mind that because DJ Moore is not in this situation to be traded right now, it may cost a little bit more. But the Bears do have a complete new system in Chicago. They're currently trying to get that new head coach. They're currently trying to figure out whether or not Ryan Poles is going to be the best GM for the Chicago Bears moving forward. But they are in a rebuild, which is why I'm thinking that number 4 pick could come as a huge help to the Chicago Bears, just like it would for the Patriots. Although, this technically wasn't even DJ's best year. He didn't hit 1,000 yards. I mean, what a bum, right? 40 yards away. Patriots receivers, we didn't even see close to 1,000 yards. Averages 9.9, 6 touchdowns. The year before that, almost 1,400 yards. He's still a guy that is consistently producing game in and game out. But the reason why he's not readily available for a trade is because he did just sign a 4-year, $110 million contract. So that means the Patriots are going, bless you, Jack, are going to be paying about $23 million a year for a guy like DJ Moore. That's definitely going to be worth a bargain because the Patriots have $130 million in cap space. They can afford it, but that'd be putting a lot of eggs into one basket for the next couple of years. So it's hard to imagine that the Bears' new head coach is going to want to dish away a recently extended top wide receiver in DJ Moore. But that 4th pick could be a little bit attractive to the Chicago Bears right now. Want the Patriots trade for DJ Moore? Type T for trade, type P for pass. Let me know in the comment section. I'm probably going to go with P for pass for this one. Number 2, DK Metcalf. He's come up in quite a few videos here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. As you know, the Seahawks are now looking to also rebuild their franchise. So what would it take to possibly get DK Metcalf in a Patriots uniform other than that first pick in the draft? We're going to break that down in just a second. Let me tell you guys real quick about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks, the number 1 daily fantasy sports app in America. I'm playing Prize Picks. Producer Jack is playing it, and 10 million active users are playing it right now. It's actually probably the easiest part of my day. All you guys have to do is just pick more or less. That's it on a player's projected stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. I did not stutter. 1,000 times your cash. Test your ball knowledge right now on the number 1 daily fantasy sports app in America. Now that football season is over, it's sad, but don't cry, because right now basketball season is heating up. I know a lot of you guys as Bruins fans, also NHL season is heating up as well. So if you guys want to go on ahead and make your picks on multiple sports, you are able to do so, collegiate and professional. All you guys have to do right now is just pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can do that by downloading the app. When you get there, create an account, and you're going to want to use promo code CLNS. This will give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app, use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. DK Metcalf recently said New England is not a desirable place to play. Boo. That's so shady. I mean, I know we're not, Super Bowl contenders at this moment, but he might regret that in the next couple of years. The Seahawks have the number 18th overall pick, so if the Patriots trade away their 4th pick, they would swap for number 18. I don't know if I really want to go down that low, but we could know the Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks could end up making a trade elsewhere just because they're probably looking to shed some of that cap space. The Seahawks do have the most expensive wide receivers on their roster right now. But if you wanted to do a pick swap and even throw in a player and possibly future draft picks in there, I don't love the Patriots going from number 4 to number 18. When you go from 4 to 10, you still have a shot at getting somebody like Kelvin Banks Jr. or Will Campbell or maybe Mason Graham. But at 18th, I think the Patriots have a little bit more needs on their roster than to go all the way right above number 20. So here is what a trade would look like, possibly between the Seahawks and New England. New England will get DK Metcalf. Keep in mind, a wide receiver that recently said that this isn't an end-all, be-all, not a desirable place to play. Doesn't make me feel that great. 2025 third-round pick. So, yes, we would go down to number 18, But we would also pick up the third round pick from Seattle. They would receive Joe Milton, as they are a quarterback-needy team, and all we have to do is give up a 2025 second-round pick. So if you don't want to give up number 4, you keep number 4, you take their 2025 third-round pick, but you do give up Joe Milton and your second pick in the NFL draft. Would you make this trade? You keep your number 4 pick, you take their third, you give them our second, and you still keep DK Metcalf while saying goodbye to Joe Milton. Type A for accept, type D for decline. I like this trade better, but I still think I'm going to go with D for decline. I don't know. It's just not my prerogative to sign a guy that doesn't really want to play here right now. But how about Maxx Crosby? Not a wide receiver, but it does fill a hole where the Patriots need to fill. Maxx Crosby, the Patriots, the Raiders, they could be in a really good situation leading up to the NFL draft. The Patriots did trade away Matthew Judon, which actually, in my opinion, ended up working out in favor for the Patriots. We do still have Keon White, but he's not breaking the barrier just yet the way we want him to. Maybe he will with Terrell Williams. When you get a 45 tackle, 17 tackle for loss, 7.5 sack player in just 12 games, you are investing in your future. And the Raiders are all over the place. They need a quarterback. And right now, it's really just Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. They need to be as close to the top as possible to try and get one of those two quarterbacks, which is why I think the Raiders are going to be a little bit more giving for a Maxx Crosby trade if we give them that number 4 pick overall. What would the Patriots have to do? They would get Maxx Crosby. We would give them our 2025 first-round pick and probably our 2026 first-round pick. This may be a trade that costs you a little bit more in the future, but Maxx Crosby could be your future. So let me see, what do you guys think? Do you want DJ Moore? Type DM. Do you want DK Metcalf? Type DK. Do you want Maxx Crosby for that 4th pick overall in the 2025 NFL Draft? Type MC. And if anything does happen here, we will report it live or video style on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Be sure, if you guys haven't already, join 22,000 loyal subscribers right here by hitting that sub button for me. A lot of you guys still not interested in Maxx Crosby, nor DJ Moore, nor DK Metcalf. Looks like a lot of you guys are really, really stuck with keeping the number 4 pick overall, which I am perfectly fine with. I think I'm on that trade as well, but just want to show you guys what the Patriots could possibly get if they ended up trading that 4th pick. G said, now we're cooking. I'd be okay with MC. We'll have to see what Vrabel and Robert Kraft have up their sleeve here. All right, we do have our mailbag coming up here soon. Jack, how are we looking on questions right now? Is there a certain number we need to hit? We have 2? We have 2 questions? What? We only have 2 questions? Guys, use hashtag Patriots and ask questions right now. Michelle, I like it. That's our 3rd question. Let's see if we can maybe get 6. Can I have 3 more? 3 more. Oh. Excuse me. Hold on. We got a question in here. We got a question coming in here. Come on, guys. Hashtag Patriots. Ask these questions. Juco Main is in here. Michelle, Dominique, G, Ron, Kevin. You're telling me none of you guys have questions? There's so much to talk about with this offseason. We didn't even do a mailbag last week. The previous times we've done mailbags, we've actually had to we haven't been able to answer all the questions because we've had so many. I love it. Thank you. Jack Lotteray coming in here with a very nice question. That's what I do. That's what I be doing. Juco Main, love it. Yes, absolutely. We will talk about him for sure. Let's see if we can get 2 more good questions. Angel, great question in there as well. Carmen's fantastic question. Perfect. I love it. See if we can get 2 more questions here. Maybe 1. That's good enough. Okay. You get anything else you can filter it in? All right, keep putting in your questions. We're going to go ahead and hop into the segment. If you guys think of something while we're live, be sure to keep commenting it. Jack can still pull it while we are talking about it here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Nice. Okay. I like it. Let's go. Coming up here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, we're answering your questions on this mailbag with $130 million in the cap space, with a top 5 NFL draft pick and a new head coach. There's a lot that could happen in this offseason, so I want to hear from Patriots fans. What are you guys thinking, and what do you want the Patriots to do? Heading into our first question here from Angel Carey. Patriots, how much would it cost to sign Trey Smith? Obviously, Trey Smith most recently played for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this past weekend, I would say. Trey Smith is one of the hottest free agents on the market, almost going to be as highly acquired as T. Higgins, so it's going to cost a lot. Thankfully, like I said, with $130 million in cap space, the Patriots should be able to offer him a well enough contract to keep him in Patriots uniform for the foreseeable future. I am going to suggest that with a guy like Trey Smith, a guard is probably going to go for over $100 million on a 4 or 5 year contract. I would probably say a 5-year contract is what it would take to get Trey Smith. He's going to be looking for his next home for the foreseeable future. And you're going to want to get Drake May, an offensive lineman like a David Andrews, a veteran, a guy that knows he is going to be protected by this guy for years to come. So I'm going to say probably about a 5-year, $100 million contract to get a guy like Trey Smith. If you think that's too much, let me know. But overall, this is one of the top, if not the top guard in the NFL. Right now, protecting Patrick Mahomes, it's going to take a lot. Carmen's coming in here. How far do you think we could trade down and still get Tetairoa McMillan? I think McMillan is a top 10 draft pick. Where he falls, we're in a really sticky situation where you can take Tetairoa McMillan with the number 4 pick overall. I just think that's a bit too high for Tetairoa with some of the other talent that's on the board, possibly like an Abdul Carter. But if you go down to number 10, you may have missed Tetairoa. I think the lowest we can go that would absolutely guarantee we can still get him is probably number 7, maybe number 8. But I do see McMillan going top 10, and you really kind of don't want to be number 10. Number 4 may be too early, so I'm going to go at number 7. If we could possibly even trade down with the Las Vegas Raiders at number 6, I think that would be your best bet to snag Tetairoa with that number 6 spot. Kyle Cowell coming in here. Should the Patriots get Elijah Moore, spicy, or Marquise Brown instead of a top wide receiver to save cap space for other spots? That's a great question because the Patriots do have several areas of needs on defense and on offense. So my whole thing is I don't want to put all of our cap space and all of our eggs into the T. Higgins basket and try and get a top wide receiver like that. If you can kind of mix and match better talent, that could probably equal a top target. I think Elijah Moore would be spicy because being a New York Jet would obviously be in the division, and I think that would make it a little bit more of a competition moving forward. Plus, with him, he's 24 years old. He's very, very young. You can still kind of shape that wide receiver to be who you want him to be in the NFL. Marquise Brown, I think that's another really good target. I don't know if he would be able to push the needle for me in terms of Drake May. I think that if you're going to miss out on a top wide receiver, I would probably try to still get somebody like Chris Godwin or an Amari Cooper, and then maybe try to get an Elijah Moore type of talent. That way you can really solidify that you're getting great hands, great catch radius, and you can still push that needle without having a guy and the name like T. Higgins. Kevin O'Malley, sign Zach Bond. Yes. Is that all I can say? Yes, I want to sign Zach Bond. What he did this past year for the Eagles was uncanny. I don't think anybody saw that coming out of Zach Bond. Even for the Super Bowl, wreaked havoc. What do you have, an interception, I think, in the Super Bowl? Zach Bond would be a hell of an attribute to the Patriots defense, but I could honestly see the Philadelphia Eagles trying to make some kind of contract work with him heading into free agency because of how impressive he was for Philadelphia this last year. If the Patriots do end up starting up that rumor mill or maybe even making a call to Philadelphia for Zach Bond, I am 110% on board with it. But I don't know if Philly would be willing to give him up this soon. So let me ask you guys this question here. Should the Patriots extend any current players? We recently extended Jeremiah Farms, which came as a bit of a surprise to me because he technically wasn't even a starter for the Patriots this season except for when there were some injuries. So is there any other player that you think we should lock down for the foreseeable future? The first name off the top of my head, Alex Austin, the cornerback. Pairs really well with Christian Gonzalez. He made great timely plays last year. I think the Patriots should sign him on for the next couple of seasons. Christopher Flores, hashtag Patriots. Will the Pats sign Ryan Tannehill to reunite him with Mike Vrabel? We are only going to sign a quarterback like that if you get rid of Joe Milton, in my opinion. I think if they end up trading Milton, they're going to want to look for another veteran quarterback that can help Drake May, whether it's going to be a Jameis Winston in free agency. But Ryan Tannehill makes more sense because of what he was able to do under Mike Vrabel. And that was be a pretty successful ball club. The reason why I say Jameis Winston is because he also played for the Browns this last season where Mike Vrabel was also working in the front office for Cleveland. So he may also have a relationship with Jameis Winston that maybe we don't know about, and we could see him signing him later on down the road. But once again, I don't know if they make a move like this unless they trade away our backup quarterback, Joe Milton. Michelle, a real one on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. If we can't get Abdul Carter at 4, should we trade down and get Banks or Campbell? I really like this idea, but I am still on the Tetero McMillan train. So if Abdul Carter is not available at number 4, something's got to give, right? Because think about it. If you have Cam Ward goes to the Titans, Shedeur Sanders goes to the Browns, and Travis Hunter goes to the Giants, Abdul Carter should be available. But if they end up taking Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, and Abdul Carter, then Travis Hunter should be available at number 4. There's still a lot of top talent available at that position right now. But if you want to trade possibly with the Chicago Bears at number 10, you can still try to snag a Kelvin Banks Jr. or Will Campbell later down the road. I think there's still plenty of talent that you won't need to trade down unless you're specifically looking for that offensive talent right there. But nonetheless, I think if Abdul is available, you got to get Abdul Carter. Let me tell you guys real quick about this great deal going on right now at Fanatics. 45% off this fantastic gray polo. Would look great on the golf course. Would look great at dinner or maybe tailgating outside of Gillette Stadium. They also have it available at Navy. And right now, if you guys use this link, chatsports.com/PatsPolo, you're going to get 45% off. I'm going to make it even easier on you guys. I'm going to put the link to this shirt in the comment section underneath this video. Click that link. It'll take you directly there. You guys can use the link as well, chatsports.com/PatsPolo. Keep in mind, Valentine's Day is coming up. Ladies, if you're looking to get your man something, I highly recommend this polo. Take it from me. My boyfriend loves polos. Every single holiday, event, anniversary, he gets one of these bad boys. Unfortunately, he's a Cowboys fan, which is probably the worst thing in our relationship at this point. So I can't get him this polo, but I think a special man would really, really enjoy it. Jack Lottery. Should the Patriots trade for Deebo Samuel? Yes. I made a video about this a few days ago. It's on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Go check it out right now. I said, if there is any way the Patriots are able to swing a Deebo Samuel trade, a Cooper Kupp trade as well. You're getting 2 wide receivers not in their prime anymore, but are 2 veteran top targets to help Drake May grow. And then you draft Teteroa McMillan at 6'5", and at 22, 23 years old, you still get that youth. I think that trio just increased your wide receiver core by 1,000. Yes, trade for Deebo Samuel. JUCO Maine coming in. Should the Patriots consider Xavier Restrepo in the 3rd round? Absolutely. I think this is actually a sleeper wide receiver for the NFL draft. This is a record-setting Miami wide receiver right now that is putting up over 1,000 yards. He is so fast. It's uncanny. With a guy like Xavier Restrepo, if you want to go and pick up a guy like Deebo Samuel, Xavier Restrepo is your perfect slot. Maybe even a Teteroa McMillan. Use him on the wideouts. Restrepo's speed and his size and his quickness and the way his ability to have that in cut is why I think he would be a great option for a quick first down for Drake May. He's another wide receiver where the Patriots will have their way to kind of develop him into what kind of receiver they want him to be. I think Restrepo would be a great pick at number 3. So even if we do end up getting Abdul Carter in the 1st round, a left guard in the 2nd round, you can still get a very good wide receiver in round number 3. G coming in. Will Mayo ever coach in the NFL? I can't quote this because I don't remember through and through, but I do recall seeing a rumor of some sort that he was actually in talks with another NFL team. Once again, I could be making that up. I'm pretty sure I saw that, but let me just go back to the question here. The Patriots didn't really do him a great service of showcasing his coaching abilities in the NFL. We had a very bad roster. I don't think anybody really would have succeeded with that roster, but I do think Jerod Mayo will stay in the NFL. As a head coach, maybe not, but maybe as a defensive coordinator or maybe as a front office personnel, kind of what Mike Vrabel did this last year. Once again, it sucks because I do really like that Mayo wanted to really enhance that player-to-coach personnel, which I do think Mike Vrabel should take a little bit of from his playbook and initiate that moving forward. But overall, as a head coach, maybe it was just too soon for Jerod Mayo to succeed. Junior Estrada, if we lose Austin Hooper, should the Patriots draft a tight end in the draft? Yeah, they definitely can, but I wouldn't waste a pick until 6 or 7. Austin Hooper was a free agent. We got lucky. Alex Van Pelt actually brought him in, and he worked really well with Hunter Henry. But believe me, when you still have Hunter Henry, we have so many other positions that need attention on defense and on offense that I'm really not pressed about the tight end position right now. So if we don't re-sign Austin Hooper, that'll suck. But if you want to pick up a best available in round 6 or 7, I'm not opposed to it. Michelle coming in here. Can we trade for Myles Garrett? Absolutely. We can definitely trade for Myles Garrett. He's requesting one right now, but keep in mind, Myles Garrett has outright said he wants to be on a contender. Is that New England? Not this season. I don't believe so. I am more than welcome to be change my opinion on that, but I don't think that Myles Garrett, his top destination is going to be New England. And they're not going to trade away Myles Garrett to a team that he doesn't want to go to. He has done this in a complete respectful manner to his franchise, just saying, look, I only have X amount of years left in the NFL. I want to make sure that I have a ring by the end of it all. So yes, we can trade for Myles Garrett. We can even give up the 4th pick in the draft for Myles Garrett. But will he want to come here? That, I don't know. So let me ask you guys this question here. Do you want the Patriots to make the 2025 NFL playoffs? Well, like I said, are we Super Bowl contenders this year? Maybe not. Probably not. But if you want us to at least get back to the playoffs, have a winning record, hit that like button for me if you guys haven't already. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that sub button for me. Join 22,000 loyal subscribers on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Amazing. 141 people in here. MP Sports Talks, JC Stark, Big Juice, Ruan, Justin O'Leary as well. Keep in mind, if you guys haven't already, go on ahead, hit the follow button on the Red Sox Rundown, a new Instagram page out there covering all things Boston Red Sox, and a nice little sneak peek into one of our newer channels here at Chat Sports, which Jack Lauderay is going to be ramping up here in the next couple of weeks. Be on the lookout for that. And Jack, do we have any new followers?
Well, see, this is the unfortunate thing. We don't.
No!
It's very sad.
Guys!
We're at 19. Can we at least get to 20? If we get to 25, I'll do an extra short tonight.
Can we get one more follower from this stream?
I just put it in the chat. I know of the 131 of you, there are some Red Sox fans.
Oh, absolutely.
I know that for a fact.
And why would you not want free 24/7 around-the-clock coverage on the Boston Red Sox? Guys, baseball season is legitimately almost here.
I'll tell you what, guys. I don't think there's a more exciting time in the last few years probably than right now to be a Red Sox fan because there's so much juice around this team. New pitching staff, potential trade for Nolan Arenado, potentially signing Alex Bregman. There's a lot going on, and I'm going to cover every single aspect of it.
I'm a Yankees fan telling you, go follow this Red Sox page. This is going against every fiber in my being to tell you guys this, but that is how much I want this channel to grow. So be sure to hit that.
Hit that button. I would appreciate it. We're growing it from the ground up. This is the first full-on venture for baseball that we're doing.
Yeah, it is.
So I'd appreciate the support. It means the world. Thank you.
All right. I think we're going to hang up on today. I don't know why I said hang up. Then we're going to head out here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I will be live on Celtics Today by Chat Sports in 45 minutes. Celtics are playing the Spurs. So if you guys want to join that, be sure come hang out with us in 45 minutes. If you really want more of me. I don't know if a lot of you guys do. If you haven't already, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me. We'll be live next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Come hang out with us next Wednesday. Until then, be sure to hit that sub button for me.